And welcome into the Bobby Carpenter Show. And here with our guy, Steel Chambers, on this wonderful, wonderful Friday. Happy to be in here with you, Steel. How has the week been for you, sir?
It's been solid. I mean, I'm just chilling down here in Florida. Went to the beach the other day, took a nap out there. I'm just having a good time down here, enjoying the weather.
How long? So wait, when did you say you're heading back to Georgia?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. All right, that's not too terrible. So you'll be back here with us next week. Is that a drive for you? I'm sure it's not terribly far.
No, it's a flight. I don't feel like
Oh,
driving.
okay. How far would the drive be, sir?
8.5, 9 hours, so not too bad.
Okay, not bad. You fly that thing back and take care of it all. That's good. Excited for you, man. Had a good time. Good for you to see your girl a little bit and enjoy it. We're right here on the cusp of the NFL Combine. That's going to be starting next week. So there's 11 Buckeyes that will be heading to that. We'll talk a little bit about that and everything that they've got going on over there and what that ultimately looks like. But some of the big news, I don't know how much you've been locked in on this, Steele. I want to start here because I think it's interesting kind of how it all is structured and how it's all working right now as we talk about this eligibility in college football and college sports in general. And it's like, hey, you played 5 years. Were you got like that year back? I guess you probably didn't play a ton as a freshman, correct? So it wasn't. Yeah, so it was like more of a traditional red shirt. Those guys all got those COVID years, and they were able to stay longer and play. And so you've got guys now that are like in their 7th, 8th. There's some dudes, I think I saw a guy in his like 9th year of college football or whatever it is, and it's just crazy. But Trinidad Chambliss getting his 6th year. Now, looking at this timeline of how this transpired, they went before the NCAA, and he appealed. They kept reinstituting more. I guess they asked for I don't know what you would call it, like reassessments basically of his case, where they go in there and they take a look at it. And so they gave him that, and they've denied it every time. So what ultimately happens then, Steele? Like, he's denied. So everybody was kind of sad. Well, I'm thinking this is going to be tough for the kid too, young man, because I think he deserves, like, if he's not going to play, and this is part of the gamble, like if he's not going to play, then you need to know that and you need to accept that. But he didn't go to the combine. He didn't do any of the senior stuff. And for a guy that really only started for 1 year, like those things would have been invaluable for him.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, especially with the timeline. I mean, you got the combine happening in a week, and he's still up in the air, not knowing if he's going to be in college or trying to like go to the next level in the NFL. And like his measurables, he's not like an insane like NFL talent just yet. Like he still has a bunch of things to improve on. So it just would have been tough if he didn't get that year of eligibility, and then he just has to kind of just fast track everything and try to get NFL teams in love with them whenever he only has a year of tape and he has so much more to develop.
Absolutely. And so that's the thing. He's got some really good film, which we saw, which was great. And that was great. Especially in the playoff run, he looked good. Obviously, he's mobile. He's not. People look at him and he kind of has like that Kyler Murray feel to him. Still, like he doesn't look all that tall. He's got the little Jerry curls. He's like on his way. He's like Steel Chambers in training with his hair. Like he's not quite there, but it's like a little starter kit. But he's got a good arm, runs around, makes a lot of throws. But what you don't realize, I mean, I think he's over 6 foot. Like he's 6'1". It's not like he's a situation where he's like extremely vertically challenged, but you'd want to see him go in there and be able to play with with elite players and compete and get just those coaches. The thing is, whenever they're drafting you, they want to see what you look like against in their system with their talent going against other good. He played at Ole Miss, but he has a lot of Ferris State, so he's played a lot, which is good. But then also, some of it's at Ferris State, played some at Ole Miss, but he doesn't have a ton of a body of work against high level competition. So that's something that's kind of a hurdle for him that he's going to have to kind of overcome. And so the Senior Bowl would have been great. Combine, sitting down, getting a chance to get to know him. So he's punted on all of that. So the NCAA said, no, you're not going to be able to play. Said no again. I think they said no 3 times. But he goes there. He'll be 24 the first week of the 2026 season. Sounds old. Still, how old were you? You played 5. How old were you your last year at Ohio State?
God, I was 23.
23, that's not bad. I mean, I was 22 my senior year at Ohio State. My man Schlegels was 24. I mean, his whole year. Schlegels turned 25 before he was drafted. So, like, people talk about this. So he was like the original old OG when he was out there just smashing on like 17, 18-year-old dudes, like O-linemen in practice. But still, you look at Schlegels, and gosh, I have this great picture that I can send into the chat. We could throw it in there. He was such a fat beast when he and he would just come downhill and he had this big meaty face and just blast the guards. And like these poor freshman guys that would be on the scout team, they're redshirted still. They're like, a little underweight, they trying to get bigger and sized up. And Schlaze would just come down and crush them. And they like didn't know what to do. They'd never played against a full grown man before. Ever, because they're playing against high kids.
I mean, scout team must have had their handful because I've seen the photo. I think it was you, AJ, and Schlegels all with your long locks.
Oh yeah,
you're all like squatted down like in a linebacker position like that. That's a scary unit to go against every single day in practice. And then Schlegels, just that mental element he brings to it.
Well, and like you said, he was always, and Schlegels will tell you, he's like, I was a dude that wasn't good enough to like not practice hard, and not that AJ and I didn't practice hard, but Schlegels' game was like ultra physical. So he would just have to go there. Oh, it was so bad. And he would just come down. I mean, it was heavy hands. It would say, people, look at that. Look at that meat face. Like, dude, that's his rookie picture. Like, he looks like, I mean, how big? He looks like a 3 technique, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know he looked that big in the face.
Yes. Schlegels has gotten more handsome and younger. We call him Benjamin Button. I go, you've like aged in reverse. You look older in college or right when you got drafted than you do right now. Oh, 255, 250.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, bro, he was like a stand-up he was like a stand-up nose guard. If you go back and watch like the really old, they called it the middle guard, like the old
kickoff stuff.
No, like the old film from like the 70s. It was like a defense 60s and 70s they would play, where they would play kind of like double threes and then different stuff on the edges. They would have like 2 off the ball backers that played at like 4 to 5 yards depth. And then you would have what was called the middle guard. And he would be in a 2-point, like a yard off of the center, like a yard and a half off the ball. And that was like basically Schlegels. He'd just be a head up, like a 0 technique, but not in a 3-point. And the dude would wear like double forearm flipper pads. So when they block down, he would just like hammer into them. I'd go watch the film of that. I'm like, Schlegels, your problem is you were just born like 20 years too late. You would have been an all-pro as this guy, just because he didn't have to really run. He would just smash on guys that like shoot through the gaps and crush those down blocks by the guards. So that was kind of Schlegels. So he was that. And so now you got Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, you were 23. He's going to be 24. Played a lot of time at Ferris State. And one of the things they tried to say, Steele, that they were utilizing for the reason that he should have gotten a redshirt year, they said he had a really bad case of, I think, tonsillitis, I want to say. And like he missed a lot of time, which, listen, man, I've got like bad sinus stuff and I've had all these issues with it. I mean, I don't know if that's worthy of like a medical red shirt. It's not like you had like, there's dudes that had like cancer and have had like real stuff. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know if something that can be cured by antibiotics is something that maybe is worthy of a full-on red shirt.
Yeah, but I know a friend that he was able to get an extra year because he said he had like mental health issues 3 or so years ago, and he was able to get that year. So given the fact that they're giving all of these guys 7, 8, even 9 years for probably injuries sort of in the same realm as tonsillitis, like why are you not giving it to Chambliss right off the bat, which is what was really confusing me. And it was also like during that COVID time where it kind of gives it a little more validity, because if he had COVID, like maybe that does mess up his tonsils. I remember whenever I had it, I couldn't breathe for like 8 months. So like he has all the reports, like he has all the records. He was able to provide that. So I'm not sure why they had to appeal like 3 or 4 times.
Well, so the thing is, they got denied all these times. And so Here we go. This is a clip, and this stuff was floating around. And so what do you do, Steele? Like, hey, Steele Chambers wants to come back and play another year at Ohio State. We're going to find us a nice judge in the state of Ohio. You know what? We need our guy Steele back. And he's going to say, hey, that sounds pretty good. I like Steele Chambers. I like the Buckeyes. By the way, I was like, some of these judges, and I don't know exactly, and it's different in different states, but some of these judges are elected. I'm like, so you have an elected official. Who is going to rule against bringing back one of your star quarterback? Like, hey, Justin Fields, you want another year at Ohio State, and the NCAA says no. I strike them down. I am giving you another year. Everybody's going to love me. And this is the judge. This is the courtroom here with Trinidad Chambliss in the state of Mississippi. I feel like this was going to be a Disney movie. Like, granted the injunction, these are the factors we're looking at here. I know it's tough. You got like the old judge in here, which is crazy. I feel like I'm like looking at like reading To Kill a Mockingbird, like watching a reenactment of that. You got like the old dude with the Southern drawl in there. If you were going to get some FanDuel odds on this, it was going to be overwhelmingly in favor of him being granted the injunction. And I do get this. The way they look at it, Steele, is the risk of not playing. Like, time is perishable. So there's no way you could go back and give him this time should he not play. So it's like, well, he'll be further, penalized or harmed if he doesn't play, if we don't let him do it. So we're going to grant him this injunction. I like Trinidad Chambliss on a personal level. I think it's great that he's going to play. I'm hoping that this changes a little bit, though, in college football, where I'm a believer, Steele. They're like, listen, I don't care about anybody's exceptions. I don't care about how sick you were. I don't care if you had a family member that was sick. I don't care if COVID 2.0 comes back. None of those things matter to me. All I care about when I look at this is like, hey, this is the solution. You get 5 years. You can play all 5 years. I don't care anymore. But that's it. Like, dude, there's no exceptions. There's nothing else. Like, Steele, you played 6 games and then you got your leg bit off by a shark. Like, okay, they regrew it and you can come back and play. I want that year back. Fine. You got the 5th year. Everybody gets 5, but that's all you get. I don't care what if your mom had cancer. I'm not being unsympathetic, but that way it clears everything up to where you don't have all of this nonsense with the NCAA in the courtroom anymore.
Yeah, that just kind of takes away just all the nonsense that's happening nowadays. I'm a little less mean than you. I would give him a possible 6-year option. Like, if there's like a major medical thing, like if you break your leg or something, I think you should maybe get 1 year back. But besides that, you need to cut it off at some point, because now you've got guys going into their 9th year, and that's just, it makes no sense. You can't be having 3 medical years and then you're just continuously coming back, getting hurt again. Like, it's maybe if you want to come back, get your master's or whatever, but there needs to be some kind of line drawn in the sand at this point. I'm still glad that Trinidad got that year, because I feel like he's probably the most deserving of anyone that we've seen so far. But yeah, I think there needs to be a line drawn in the sand.
Yeah, and you got to think too. I mean, he played at Ferris State. He was an under-recruited kid. I believe, like I said, on a personal level, I think it's great. I really like Trinidad Chambliss. It's a great story. Everything I've heard, he's an awesome young man. So I want him to get that. At some point too, like, you have to have standards, and like everybody has to have some degree of uniformity. Just because I like you, I can't make an exception for you. So trying to figure all that out is going to be bumpy in the future, but it looks like he's going to be playing for Ole Miss. So I was thinking, like, man, if you don't get this ruling for you today, bud, you better call them up and get your butt to the combine so you can get some film on you, because you don't want to be drafted. And there's always a supplemental draft and everything else, but I mean, he could be the second quarterback taken, if he gets his crap together. So we'll see what happens there and how that works out. I want to tell you a message. FanDuel, everyone to go to the NBA Finals. Well, now is your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll get entered into a shot to win the NBA's Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or even a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/bigplay to get started. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 older and present in Ohio, 21 older and present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. More of the Bobby Carpenter Show coming up next.
Every winning play starts somewhere. For you, it could be with us. At Smart Choice Bass, we bring the showroom to you with no pressure and no long sale pitches. Just real options that fit your home and budget. This is your opportunity to win a full bathroom remodel for free. It's easy to enter. Just scan the QR code below, give us a call, or stop by one of our showrooms. One lucky winner will be announced every 6 months, so don't wait.
All right, Steele, we've got this run in sports coming up, and we'll talk a little bit about this. But, 2 nights ago, I watched a lot of the Ohio State USC game. That was a fun one. watching some Olympics. I saw an event. You a Winter Olympics? Are you an Olympics guy in general?
Yeah, I love the Olympics.
You know what? I should have had you coined for an Olympics guy. Like you're a patriot, you love America, and you love just like seeing unique things. You're a curious guy. Any like favorite Olympic winter sports that you enjoy?
Oh gosh, I loved Shaun White back in the day. Whenever I was like 10 years old, seeing him on the half pipe, that was cool. And then just a little weird pick, Chaz Michael-Michaels and Jimmy
Yeah.
McAvoy. Yep, the old Iron Lotus.
Jeez. You like the figure skating then too.
It's beautiful. Whenever I was on the ship, they had like a little figure skating show going on. It's spectacular. It's probably one of my favorite things now as I grow older.
As I grow older. Yeah, that's great. You and your mom sit there and have a glass of wine and watch the figure skating together.
Curl up in a blanket, absolutely.
That's good. There you go. It's always interesting listening to the music, especially from the other countries. One of the things they had, like you're a thrill seeker, Steele. Like you like go zip lining. When people ask you to do stuff, I mean, are you more of a yes guy? I feel like when it comes to trying things, or are you more concerned about like the moral hazard of life of potentially death happening if zip lining or like a parasailing or something like that? Are you into that, or yay or nay?
I say yes automatically, so I kind of have to do it based on just being a man of my word.
I like it. I like where our head's at there. I was talking to my man AJ. Do you watch any of the luge? They've been doing a lot of the luging at night. Like that's been the big thing that we've been watching these last couple nights.
I usually just see clips of luging. I've never seen it like on TV yet.
Oh, you should dive in. They got the luge, you got the bobsled, and then you've got the skeleton. So the luge, you lay down like on your back, going feet first.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everyone knows what the bobsled is, and I don't know if you've seen Cool Runnings, which is tremendous. You've seen Cool Runnings, by the way?
Isn't that like with the black dudes bobsledding or something?
Well, the black dudes sledding. The Jamaican bobsled team. So yes, they would be black dudes. John Candy is their coach because of course you need like the overstuffed white dude who used to be a bobsledder who's ate and drank away his feelings, and now he's a little bit heavier than maybe he used to be. So you've got bobsledding, and then you've got the skeleton. So the skeleton, I call that, which I guess they took it away for a while because it was so dangerous because people were dying. The skeleton is the face first version of the luge, which I call like that's basically just sled riding, dude. I knew you grew up in the South, but we would build these huge ramps. You go down face first, like if it's feet first and you hit like a tree or something, you're going to be okay. Yeah. Obviously, you get your feet in there, it can stop you. Your face first, dude. I mean, your face is eating. It's like you got a helmet on. So, I mean, there's a chance of broken nose, lost teeth, potentially death, a lot of things that can happen. So the skeleton, they stopped for a little bit and they brought it back. And so that's been fun. But then the other event that I kind of saw, Steele, and I feel like this would be something be good for like maybe you and Tommy. It's the 2-man luge, 2 dudes. So they stack the dudes on top, and you can't even tell it's a 2-dude luge until the end when they stand up. There's just one dude right underneath, and they stand up, and they've got little like carabiners that they like ratchet the one dude onto the sled, and the other dude just lays on him. There you go. I mean, Steele, your thoughts on that right there?
I mean, we haven't done that like specific position, but we did that back in the day whenever we were like being pulled around. Whenever we had a snow day, like we had a big old garbage can, like lid of a garbage can, and we were just kind of.
I mean, that's so hood. That is amazing.
Yeah, we were just hugging on to each other like as we were being pulled in the streets. So like it was our own version of the luge.
So now you're bringing in another element. My kids did this, and it's very illegal. The fact that you guys were doing it, because I mean you're college kids, so why would you have sleds? I didn't have a sled in college either. But you're being pulled by what?
A car.
So one of you were driving and 2 dudes were on the back. You actually had rope. What were you using to like hang on from?
We stole banners from all the sorority houses and we just tied them up together and put them on the back of the car.
When you say banners, like were they like sheets? Like is that kind of what they were? Or are they actually
like big bed sheets with like a bunch of glitter and paint all over it.
This is an amazing story. So you went down to like 15th, 16th, 17th, right there, ripped off the sheets off the sorority houses when you had snow. And were you like being pulled through campus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, through the streets of campus. I mean, everything was closed down, so no one was on the streets. So it was just us.
Yeah, but you could hit like a parked car or a telephone pole or something like that.
Yeah, Tommy almost hit a trash can or a big dumpster.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
It was fun.
So whose car did you take?
Bryson's.
Right? Oh, there you go. Bryson, I mean, he gets a reoccurring role on the show, not just as the antagonist, but he's the protagonist in the story. So, what do you have? Some sort of like big truck or SUV with 4-wheel drive? I'm guessing.
I was a big Jeep.
So you had his big Jeep. So you tied this on. So it was you and Tommy. Did Cade participate in this, or did he just call you guys idiots?
Oh no, it was Cade. Like it was the three of us just rotating back there.
And Bryson was all-time driver.
Yeah, I don't know if Bryson ever got a turn. I would love to find this video. Actually, it's somewhere.
Yeah, if you got time. I mean, when you know what you need to do, Steele, Sunday when you're at the airport and you're getting ready to fly back, just scroll through your phone, little scrolly fun time. I want you to dig up. I want you to find this video. Because if I can see dudes in their 20s riding a trash can lid being pulled by a Jeep through campus, I did not have that something that I needed in my life, but I think I might need that now. Holy smokes. I mean, I don't know if you're a genius or if you guys are idiots, because the chances of injury are very high doing that. And the fact you're riding a trash can lid was crazy in and of itself. So that is absolutely wild and good.
I got Cade on here.
Oh my gosh. Listen, send that into the chat. This is unbelievable. I want you to take that down. Like, we can see that. Who are these people running out? Is that a random person?
And that was Tommy. He was trying to hop on.
Oh my gosh. Send that in. We're going to play some of this, Pat. So just put that into the chat, and then Pat can pull that out of here. We'll throw it on the screen. So go ahead and do that right now, Steele. Look down. Don't be professional. I want you to send that into our group chat. We'll get that going. We'll watch some of that. I mean, that was not something I had in the show sheet today that we would get over to, because that might be something that we can kind of dive into here moving forward and start talking a little bit about that. But first, we got a message from our friends over at Export. Attention, parents and athletes, protect what matters most with Export mouth guards, trusted by professional athletes and designed by NHL team dentists. Export mouth guards are scientifically tested to help absorb those high-impact hits, protecting both your teeth and your brain. Export mouth guards feature 3 layers of advanced protection, including a patented use of carbon fiber. They custom print that bad boy right to your grill, which means more protection, better performance, max comfort, and clear communication. Don't take chances with your safety. Visit exportguards.com/Bobby today to save 15% on your order. Export, protect what matters most. We're going to watch some dudes being pulled behind a Jeep on a snowy day through campus, and maybe talk about the best sports run that you might be having here in quite some time. We'll get into all that here coming up next on the Bobby Carpenter Show.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
All right, welcome back into the program. Pat, you just let me know when we've got that fired up, because that's something that's legit. Still, we got the Winter Olympics. Right before that, we had the Super Bowl. And so we'll dive into this a little bit after Pat gets the video loaded up and gets it rolling in there. Because what's really cool is you start looking at this sports run that we're on. So you like the Olympics, checked box. You like the Super Bowl, I'm guessing. Correct, Steele?
Yep.
Are you a college baseball guy at all?
I love Omaha.
See, you played baseball in high school and you're a dude from the South. Like in the North, I don't think it has quite as much cachet, but especially people that grew up in the SEC footprint, like it's a huge deal and people love it. And so by virtue of doing some Sirius XM with my guy, Jacob Hessler, who's an LSU guy, and they're really good. They won 2 of the last 3 national championships. It's been fun to kind of get into it and follow it. And I always tell people, Major League Baseball, that's okay. College baseball has got a lot of juice, man. It's got a lot of energy and excitement around it.
Yeah, dude, that LSU team from, I think it was 2021, 2022, that's one of the most juiced up teams I've ever watched in my life. But yeah, dude, baseball in the South, that's one of the biggest things going on down there besides football. I don't know. I kind of compare it to the same as college football against the NFL. Like there's just a lot more just energy going on like in those stadiums in college.
All right, we'll get to this sports run that we're going to be on. And not college baseball isn't for everybody. I tell people try it, and you're probably going to like it though. Pat, we got that video pulled up. Can we throw to it here? Because I think everybody's going to want to see that on a big screen and take a peek at it.
I just texted it. I hope it went through.
Oh, it should. I'm sure it's on its way there.
Here we go, Cade.
Here we go. Look at this. This is about to be amazing. So you're going to need to tell us, like, I mean, for people that are familiar with Ohio State, like you got High Street. This looks like, are you on like Summit right here? Or Indiana? You're going down.
We're right around like all the sororities and frat houses. That's where our house was. We're around the corner of I think 14th and 4th.
That's unbelievable. Gosh, that is but you actually got on 4th with it, and like you went down like the big streets too, you think?
For a little bit, yeah. I mean, this is just one video. There's probably like 10 videos I can't find. This is just the first one I could find.
I mean, that's you guys on a big street right there. Like that's Summit or 4th. Oh my gosh, yes. If I drove through campus, I'd be able to see and identify that right now. Holy smokes. Like I cannot wait to show people that. The level of danger and the fact that it's just sheets, man. You're being pulled by sheets.
Yeah.
There were actually cars on the road. Like there were people behind you. Now, not that they're going fast, but oh my.
We only encountered maybe 2 or 3 cars the entire time.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you're just on a trash can lid.
If we got close to a car, we just bailed. Like it's like there's snow on the ground, softening our fall.
You're on blacktop, man. It ain't that soft.
But it's icy. You just skate off.
It's icy. You just skate off. That's the famous words of Steel Chambers. All right. That is elite, man. That is next level. I know this. If Mickey Marotti saw you do that, he would be furious. Like that.
I think we talked about it the next day at the Woody.
Yeah. There's a saying in life, Steel. I'm going to give you this right now, which I think it might be good for you moving forward. It's better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. All right. Mm-hmm. So you didn't even realize that that's what you were doing. We're going to talk about it afterwards, and he's going to tell you you're an idiot. Like Mix tells guys don't text and drive when they leave, not ride behind a car on a trash can lid. You know, I mean, I get there's snow on the ground, but my goodness, I feel like the risk of injury in there is significantly greater than anything else that could have ultimately happened. All
Show me the rules where it says you can't do that.
Yeah, here's the thing, Steele. This is what my parents used to say. It's impossible for me to ever think of anything and everything that you could create in your mind that you could do that would be dangerous. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to tell you to be smart, okay, and do things that are fun. And you tell them, well, there was no cars, we took precautions, we were safe, and this and that, and all of those things. Yeah, that may all be true, but you're not that safe. Yeah, just like Ole Miss. Thanks, Pat. Throw it in the chat. Ain't no judge going to send a Buckeye to jail. And that's true. I'm not necessarily worried about them going to jail, even though it's illegal. I'm more worried about them sliding off and getting smoked into a parked car, hitting a telephone pole, something like that. Something that is fixed on the ground that when you're moving still, you will hit it and not move back. That's what I'm worried about for you guys. But there's an epic sports run that we're going to get into in our headlines. But before that, our friends at Backer, bckr.com. Go check them out. Premium Buckeye coats and hats. I need to get your address and some other things from you afterwards. So we got to get that taken care of. You can text me on the side because I need to get this Backer jacket to you. But they're founded to make the best quality fan gear. I've got it. Schlegs has got it. A bunch of people have got it. They're sponsoring stuff on the Buckeye Cruise. You're going to want to check it out. The stuff has a premium price to it because it's premium quality. It's the last thing you're going to ever need to buy. You'll be able to wear it all the time for cold, for rain, for wind. They've got you set up. They've got great hats, loads of features and functions. And a portion of the proceeds goes back to support the student athletes with their NIL fund, and use promo code Bobby. Helps the price coming down. 10% off, all caps at checkout. Again, that's Backer, bckr.com. We've got our headlines coming up next.
Every winning play starts somewhere. For you, it could be with us. At Smart Choice Bass, we bring the showroom to you with no pressure and no long sale pitches. Just real options that fit your home and budget. This is your opportunity to win a full bathroom remodel for free. It's easy to enter. Just scan the QR code below, give us a call, or stop by one of our showrooms. One lucky winner will be announced every 6 months, so don't wait.
And welcome back to the show with our headlines. And our headlines are brought to you by Smart Choice Bass. They've officially arrived in our city, and they're kicking things off with a massive win to celebrate the new division. They partnered with me and Big Play to give away a complete bathroom remodel valued up to over $10,000. We're talking about a brand new shower tub installed for free. No purchase necessary. Just go to smartchoicebass.com or scan the QR code right now to enter. You can see it, boom, on the screen. That's smartchoicebass.com. Get in on this before the prize period ends, and don't let your bathroom sit on the bench any longer. Sports run that we're going to go on right now. We talked about the Olympics. We talked about the Super Bowl. We got college baseball. Then you got the World Baseball Classic. If you're a guy that likes basically the Olympics of baseball, the World Cup of baseball, you got the World Baseball Classic. Now, the United States has done well in this at times, maybe not as well as you like to have hoped consistently. Are you a World Baseball Classic guy?
Yeah, I'm going to be really scared of the Dominican team this year, as always.
Well, yeah, they're pretty good. We've lost to a couple of teams. I think the Japanese got us one year, I want to say.
Yeah,
the Dominicanos, I mean, listen, baseball, it's an international sport. They've done a great job growing it, and you got to win. Now, then you come March 17th. That's St. Patty's Day. Whenever you get to start, St. Patty's Day falls at the start of March Madness, that's a win for the world right there, because that's a way to get drunk and watch basketball and justify both, as you're not really doing anything all day long.
Dude, I'm getting a little fired up here. I'm loving the side of this.
Yeah, so then you go from that. You've got the Masters right after, which, listen, I'm not a huge golf guy, but some of the live guys are coming back. They're going to be playing in this. That'll be fun. And to me, and still, you grew up in the South. Heck, you're probably 4 or 5 hours from Augusta, maybe? Because I know it's west of Atlanta?
Not far. I was going to go last year, but then the whole UFL thing popped up, so I had to defer that, sadly. That's one thing on my bucket list I want to go to.
Well, listen, next, if you ever do get tickets, don't be afraid to send some over to the big guy right here. I'd love to go with you.
Don't you worry. I got you.
Yeah, it'd be fun hanging out down there. Then you've got opening day in March 26th. Or no, you've got, opening day before that. Then you've got the Masters April 9th. NBA and NHL finals, which there might be some intrigue in that this year. You got the Pistons that are rolling. Obviously, OKC is really good, but you're going to have some new faces, some new teams up there that, the Lakers, the Celtics, some of the teams that have been dominating for so long, kind of getting a little bit older. Golden State, long in the tooth. You're going to have some more new teams probably in the semifinals and finals. Then we've got the World Cup June 11th, which it was a big deal. In 1994, they had the World Cup in the United States still, and that was a huge thing for us. I think that kind of catapulted soccer here about 30 years ago, getting us to this place where we're at now. And hopefully, this is a situation where we make it to the knockout round. I'd like to be able to make it to maybe the 16 or maybe even the final 8. We get to the quarters. Dare I say get to the semis, but I would love to be able to see that. And it's going to be right here on U.S. soil.
I think that's one of the coolest ways to kick off the summer. I'm going to be blaring Shakira 24/7. I'm going to try to go to one of the games over in Georgia. I think they might be having one in Columbus, if I'm not crazy. They are.
Yeah.
Dude, I might just take a little trip all around the USA, try to get to some of these games, because that's going to be absolutely electric.
It'll be a lot of fun. Why are you blaring Shakira? Like you rooting for Team Colombia?
No, like Waka Waka, the song.
Oh, okay. Because that was when it was in Africa.
This is for Africa. Shamanamna AA. Yeah.
Yes. I just love Shakira. I'm a huge fan. 08 in Africa. Good job out of you, Steele. I'm a huge Shakira fan. So the more I can get of her, the better my life is. She's tremendous. She was like my crush in high school, and she's only a handful of years older than me, and she's really aged like a fine wine. So kudos to Shakira for bringing it done with the World Cup then. And World Cup's June 11th. And how long does that go? A couple weeks, I'm guessing? 2-3 weeks maybe?
I probably just to the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm saying so probably wraps up around July 1st. So basically what you get is July off. Then you get reporting for football August 1st. And you get college football and NFL football starting back up right there at the end of August, early September. So this is as good as –
I'd like to throw in another thing.
Yes.
July 4th, at the quarter of the century, having a UFC fight on the White House lawn.
Oh, and that I forgot about that. That's going to be amazing. And
the card's going to be unreal. That's probably top 3 sports moments of my life if it's a good card.
That's great. And that's going to be amazing. McAfee, I think, is going to be there. He asked President Trump about it, which means I think you're going to do the show, which our guy AJ will be there, which is awesome. I'm so excited for him and happy for him to do that. And to do like a live show from the White House lawn, absolutely bananas. Just to think that that's something that could potentially happen. All right, so that is what we've got to look forward to. That's going to be really exciting. Then our headlines. All right, coming up next, we've got our tailgate talk. We answer your questions here on the show. Some of the comments you've been throwing in here. We'll get to all that here coming up next.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and doesn't taste like I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
Welcome back into the program and a little epic sports run that we've got rolling here and coming through. And let's take a look at some of the comments. Folks, if you're watching, believe me, throw stuff in the chat. Always, we love when you have the comments here. This is from Marilyn Hadley. I'm looking forward to Anthony popping back in, but you and Steele are looking good together. Love the thoughts for the day. They're great. Anthony, get those Bucks ready to roll. So there you go, Steele. Everybody's loving your little nuggets. So
I'm glad they're eating up my nuggets.
They are. That's going to be a good one as you wrap that up. So we're excited to kind of hear what this is going to be today, as you have a couple minutes here to wrap up the show. Another comment from Corky Campbell. This is going to be good. Why would you doubt Notre Dame, Bob? Look at their cupcake schedule. They're a legitimate elite team. They don't play anybody outside of Miami. Nobody takes BYU seriously. They have a shoe in to the 1 or 2 seed. James Franklin's loyalty to bad coordinators cost him. Andy Kolonicki sucked. He didn't tailor his approach to players in-house. Now, a couple of things on that. I'm not a Notre Dame hater. Like, Marcus is my guy, and I think Notre Dame is one of the most talented rosters, and I think that their schedule lines up. They're going to probably they'll be in the playoff, and I think they'll be one of the top seeds. So I don't remember ever saying that they were bad. James Franklin, when he's had good coordinators, he's been really good. Mm-hmm. And like when you were there, they didn't necessarily have the coordinator power that they had before. Andy Kolonicki, though, when he came from Kansas, he was super highly regarded as a guy that could do a ton with his offense.
I will kind of agree with him a little bit. For the most part, whenever I was there, probably my last year, their offense was not very good as far as play calling. They telegraphed everything they did. But again, like, they brought coordinators in to kind of fix that. And sadly, like, they had Knowles go. I thought if he had another year under his arm or whatever to kind of develop those guys, it would have gotten better. But yeah, like, if they can find the right coordinators, which I think they have now, I think like they're going to get the talent. Like, they're going to be fine.
Another comment here, the OSU_Anthony. If James Franklin could not do it at Penn State, he's not going to do it at Virginia Tech. The guy's a bum. And when I say do it, like Penn State, they're expecting to win a national title. At Virginia Tech, I think the national title would be great, but I don't believe that they've ever won one. I got my kids, I don't know how we got into this, starting talking about, someone brought up how, Michael Vick, and he had exotic animals and stuff, and that's why he went to jail. I'm like, dude, Vick went to jail, and you were in Georgia during that time, and you were probably just a little kid. You even born yet? That was like 2008. When were you born? You're probably 8 years old.
I got yelled at for wearing a Michael Vick jersey, I think like a week after. I had no idea what was going on. Like, that was my favorite jersey, and I had someone like yell at me, like an older person.
Yeah, like throw red paint on you, just like shame you, like wearing a fur coat, you're saying you're a bad guy.
Yeah, I had no idea what dogfighting was. I was just hanging in my jersey.
Yeah, dude, Michael Vick was your favorite player. You're a kid from Georgia. He was awesome. He was electric. Mm-hmm. By the way, I have a sack and a half on Michael Vick in my career in the NFL in the same game. That was like pre-prison Michael Vick when he was still running around. And I put my kids, I put on his top 50 highlight plays. And dude, some of his runs are just out of control, man. Like with what he was able to do, so physically gifted and athletic. But neither here nor there. Like they never won a title with him. They got to one. They played Florida State still. I think if James Franklin can get them into the playoff and like get them as a team that can win a game or two, like if they got to the Final Four, I think they'd be about ready to build a statue for him with how bad they've been since Beaver left.
Yeah, and you take away Ohio State and Michigan, who have been those teams that kind of like hold James Franklin back over at Penn State.
Yeah.
You have an easier schedule over there at the ACC. I see no reason why they can make a little run, get to the ACC championship, and then get to the playoffs.
So I said, I tell people, James Franklin beats every team he should. He just never beats anybody that is like as good or better than him. But they beat everyone else until this year, and ultimately that's what got him fired. All right, that was some good tailgate talk. Catching up with some of the comments and stuff that was thrown in here. We appreciate it, folks. Just keep throwing them at us. You got any stuff in there? We love to see it. We love to be a part of it. And all good there. All right, we're gonna wrap up the week with our man, Mr. Steel Chambers, coming up next.
Every winning play starts somewhere. For you, it could be with us. At Smart Choice Bass, we bring the showroom to you with no pressure and no long sale pitches. Just real options that fit your home and budget. This is your opportunity to win a full bathroom remodel for free. It's easy to enter. Just scan the QR code below, give us a call, or stop by one of our showrooms. One lucky winner will be announced every 6 months, so don't wait.
All right, Steel, the floor is yours. You got yourself a couple of minutes. We'll fill whatever you don't need.
All right, this is short and sweet, man. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Cupid's flying somewhere. So the lesson here, the nugget here is just go out and love somebody. So if you got a wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, go out, show them.
Maybe all.
What'd you say?
Maybe all of them.
Who knows, man? Whatever you like. Just go out, love them up. I mean, time is short in love. That's something that's infinite. It goes on once you die. Like, that is something that is constant in this world. And honestly, there's never enough of it. And if you're single, if you're going out to some single mingles party or whatever, and you're kind of scared of finding that love, don't be. Take that jump, go out, talk to that girl, talk to that dude, introduce yourself, and don't be scared of getting hurt, because love is something where if you do get hurt at some point, it just means that you are happy enough to experience and really like go through that process. So simple, go find some love on this Valentine's weekend and spread it if you can.
All right, so I love it. Spread your love. That's perfect, Steel. What do you got planned for your girl? You're going to be there. You're leaving Sunday. What do we got going for Saturday night?
So we got a dinner tonight with like our group of friends down here.
Oh, okay.
And then Saturday we're getting a pizza. We're going out to the beach around sunset. And I've got a little playlist going. We're gonna test out like wedding songs and whatnot. We're gonna have a little dance.
Wait, wedding songs? Are you like engaged? Is this?
I mean, it's inevitable at this point.
It's inevitable, just like Thanos. That's impressive, Steel. I like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna like that's pretty serious. Like, we're gonna go dance and test out wedding songs. Holy smokes, Steel. That is wow. That is awesome to see.
How about it?
Excited for you. I mean, listen, I mean, if that's not a sure thing, then I don't know what is on a Valentine's Saturday night. Testing out some wedding songs. Good for you. Excited for you there, man, and hopefully hope for the best and all of that. Have safe travels. Looking forward to getting back and getting rolling next week. I'll be on the cruise, so we're going to try to figure out all of that. I got to get your backer gear to you, and thank you for sending that stuff over, Tom. I cannot wait to show other people this, and they're like, oh my gosh.
I'll try to find the other videos, because there's one somewhere where it's me and Tommy just laid like the luge, where we're laid on top of each other.
Two dudes stacked. I mean, that's great. Getting pulled by a car through campus. I mean, what could be better? And listen, as smart as guys are, they're still you'd think we'd evolve a little bit, but we apparently haven't. That's it for this edition of the show. Have a great weekend, folks. We'll catch back up with you on Monday on the Bobby Carpenter Show.
Every winning play starts somewhere. For you, it could be with us. At Smart Choice Bass, we bring the showroom to you with no pressure and no long sale pitches. Just real options that fit your home and budget. This is your opportunity to win a full bathroom remodel for free. It's easy to enter. Just scan the QR code below, give us a call, or stop by one of our showrooms. One lucky winner